Welcome to Behavior Breaks, presented by the Arkansas Behavior Support Specialist. My name is Nikita Reno, and today I'm going to be talking to you about routines and procedures. So routines and procedures, a lot of times you will hear these words used interchangeably, but really they're a little different. So a routine is a set of procedures used for handling predictable day-to-day activities within your classroom. And procedures are those specific activities or tasks that your students are required to engage in or need to engage in order to perform a specific routine. So why have routines and procedures in your classroom? Well, first of all, without routines and procedures, we know it would be utter chaos. Routines and procedures provide predictability in your classroom, they provide structure in your classroom, they teach students self-management skills, and they've been known to reduce problem behaviors. So when establishing routines and procedures in your classroom, there are a few things that you want to do. First and foremost, identify those routines that are needed in your classroom. What are those day-to-day activities that your students will be required to engage in? Think about things such as entering and exiting the classroom. How do you want them to turn in assignments? How do you want them to request for help? How will they transition between activities and tasks within the classroom? Once you've identified those routines, the next step is to make a list of all the steps required in order to perform those specific routines. Once you've done that, it's time to teach. You want to set aside a specific time in order to teach your students these routines and procedures. After teaching your students, you will model what those routines and procedures look like in your classroom. You want to model exactly what it will look like to turn in assignments, to enter and exit the classroom. And then you also want to model non-examples so your students know what not to do as well. After you have modeled, it's time for your students to practice. You want to either do it as a whole group or you can have one student come up and practice, but whatever it is, you want your students to practice the steps that are required in order to perform specific routines. And again, that goes for examples and non-examples as well, because you want them to practice exactly what to do, but then you also want them to know this is not what I want to see as well. So once your students have practiced it, you're going to make sure that you're reinforcing them. You're going to give them a verbal praise, a thumbs up, or whatever kind of reinforcement system that you use in your classroom. After reinforcing, the last step is basically to monitor and assess. Throughout the school year, are your students performing those routines and procedures consistently and correctly? Are you making sure to give them that reinforcement, praising them, using that reinforcement system that you have in your classroom? And then, are you assessing? Are you seeing that there are times where maybe they've just gotten a little lax on doing this as consistently as you would like? When you see things like that happen, you see students not performing these routines and procedures consistently, or maybe they're getting a little lax, then that's a great time to reteach. Another great time to reteach is after any kind of extended break within the school year, right? So think about your holiday breaks and think about spring breaks. So let's do a quick recap. When identifying routines and procedures in the classroom, first things first, identify those routines. Next, make a list of all the steps required in order to perform those routines. You're going to teach those routines to your students. You're going to model examples and non-examples. You're going to make sure you have your students practice. You're going to make sure you reinforce because we want to see those behaviors increase. And lastly, you're going to monitor and assess your students' performance. Thank you so much for joining us for this behavior break today. If you would like more information on classroom behavior management strategies, please check out our course that we have right now on our website that is called Essential Classroom Behavior Management Strategies, that gives you tons more information and resources about classroom behavior management. And for additional information and resources, please visit our website at arbss.org. Thank you so much for tuning into this behavior break today.